contest.
Fairhaven fans, welcome to the floor, your Kearney High School Bearcats. Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Kearney High School. We're up shorter with us for this afternoon Tennessee Class A boys and girls basketball matchup featuring the Huskies from Omaha Northwest High School and your Kearney High School Bearcats. A concession stand is located on the upper level of the main concourse in the southeast corner of the gymnasium. Restrooms are located just down the hallway from that concession stand in the upper concourse. And another set of restrooms are located in the commons area across from the ticket table at the base of the stairway near the main entrance to the gymnasium. The Kearney High School and the Nebraska School Activities Association promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic or sexist comments, or any other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team members, for your cooperation and support.
Hello and welcome to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We have an early contest here today between your Kearney High Bearcats and the Omaha Northwest Huskies. There you go, you're unmuted now.
There we go. We actually have a pretty good one here on the Bearcats. Glad you guys are tuning in here. Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. My name is Robert Goff. I'm going to bring you in here. Then Asher Salisbury is going to take it over for the rest of the game tonight. We're glad you guys are tuning in here. We're going to take a little break. We're going to kick our audio off and leave our main audio on. We'll have the national anthem. We'll come back for a little Hack versus Metro action here. Bearcat Sports Network brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Basketball fans, before we meet today's starting lineups, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and feel free to sing along as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And here for a 2:45 tip-off, we are here at the Kearney High Gymnasium. Starters for the Omaha Northwest Huskies. You have Gloria N, Sonia Childs, Abria Watkins. That is a key part of the Omaha Northwest Husky offense tonight, averaging 17 points per game. Then you have Jordan Johnson and then Jessica Houston, another big part of the Northwest offense. Now for your Kearney High Bearcats, as we have a hype video playing. Your starters for the Kearney High Bearcats. You have number 2, Paige Mylan. Number 3, Kennedy Gardner. Number 13, Harley Straka. Number 23, Kelsey Hatcher. And number 40, Addie Helmbrecht.
Assistant coaches for Kearney High, Jenny Kissinger, Andy Wood, Carmen Grant, and Ted Zimmer. The head coach for your Kearney High School girls team, and his first season, Mr. Chris Pocock. Our basketball fans and our starters, our coaches, and our officials were set to tip here at Kearney, America. Let's play basketball.
And as we are getting ready here for the opening tip, keys for both teams. Bearcats, shoot a lot of threes and don't give the Huskies many second chance points. As that ball is tipped into Hatcher, passed around by Straka. Straka to Mylan to Gardner. Bearcats playing fast early. Mylan for 3, bang! Good way to start the scoring there for the Bearcats. She is a amazing three-point shooter as the Huskies now on offense. Tough contested shot, rebound by Paige Mylan. Good pass right through the defense. Bearcats are starting quick. As Brian Watkins with the ball, trying to do something, trying to get her team on the board. Pass inside to Houston, back to Watkins. Bearcats force another turnover here to start this game. Hatcher for 3, that is good. Bearcats are starting quick. Usually their games are complete opposite. They are on fire to start the night. Bearcats in their man-to-man defense. Houston with the ball, trying to do something inside. Just a little too strong off the backboard, as that will stay the Huskies' ball. Hatcher dribbling up the ball for the Bearcats. She will be the primary ball handler, the primary point guard for tonight's contest. As that floater is up and in, and that is a timeout by the Huskies. A quick 10-0 run by the Bearcats to start this game, as we will go to a commercial. Welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Huskies inbounds. Bearcats showing a little bit of a full court press. They want that ball back now. As they will force a turnover. Straka driving, bounce pass to Helmbrecht, just a little out of her reach. As the Huskies will take over. Bearcats once again showing that full court press. To Watkins, trapped in the corner. Bearcats have forced another steal and another turnover. Bearcats, the passing is a little sloppy to start this game. As Watkins trying to find something. Picked up her dribble, trapped, outlet pass. As they will get it up. As Straka almost forced another steal, but will have the foul called on her. Bearcats in their man-to-man defense still. It has proved strong to start this game, as they almost nearly had another turnover. To Houston. To Johnson. Top of the key, pass around, back to Houston. As that will be Bearcats' ball. Kelsey Hatcher to dribble it up for the Bearcats. 3 minutes down here in the first quarter. Hatcher for three, just off the front rim. Houston dribbling up the court, lost her dribble. It will stay with the Huskies though. I think it just caught a Bearcat hand. Gardner with the rebound, up to Milan. Bearcats pushing the pace. Hatcher in the corner, dribbles baseline, up and in with the easy layup. Houston dribbling up the ball for the Huskies. Need to get on the board. Johnson to Watkins. Watkins trying to do something, trying to dribble inside. Hatcher defending her, throws up a shot. I think Hatcher just tipped it as Huskies nearly stole it back. Huskies showing pressure, but now they're backing off. As it is Hatcher. Milan pass to Hatcher off the inbounds. 12-0, Bearcats started out hot, cooled off a little bit, as that is to Hatcher. Hatcher to Milan. Milan dribbling around inside, poked away, steal by Watkins. Watkins dribbling up the court. 3-on-1, and that is a foul on Hatcher. First foul. That will send Watkins to the line. Watkins, the engine of this Omaha Northwest Husky team. And looking at her stats, she is a really good player. She is averaging 75% from the free throw line. And that one will fall. Hatcher pushing the pace now. Straka back to Hatcher. Straka, top of the key, dribbles in. Finger roll, no good. Back to Straka. Straka, pump fake. Down the baseline. Bearcats playing with a lot of pace. Oh, air ball tipped back, but it will be Huskies' ball. Watkins to dribble up. Try and get her team back into this contest here early to Houston, as that is poked away by Straka. Huskies ball. Houston inbounds it. And that is a jump ball. The combo of Straka and Hatcher, just nowhere to go with it. It will stay the Huskies' ball. Houston to inbound it. Inbounds it once again. Stolen by Hatcher. Hatcher, easy layup. As Houston to dribble it up for the Huskies. Down by 12. Stolen again to Snyder. Little pump fake got her jumping with the floater. It is good. Watkins dribbling up. Double team. Back to Houston. Johnson to Haynes. And stolen away again by Hatcher. Hatcher up to Snyder. Snyder all open. Back to Hatcher. Husky defense all out of system. Off the front iron by Hatcher. Hatcher rebounds. Hatcher, you could hear the smack on her arm on that foul as Hatcher will go to the line.
Number 23, Jessica Houston, her first personal foul, team's first. At the line for the Bearcats, 23, Kelsey Hatcher, shooting 2.
And the first one is good from Hatcher.
Check the Bearcats.
And the second one is no good. Rebounded by, who was that? Rebounded by Gland. Here come the Huskies to Watkins. Watkins to Sophia. Bounced around, dribble. As that is tipped out of bounds by Province.
Back and forth for the Bearcats, Kearney, Carter. And for Northwest, 15, Jordan Johnson.
To Sophia. Passed around. Good ball movement here by the Huskies to Watkins, dribbling low in the paint. Floater off the bank and good. Province dribbling it up for the Bearcats. Gardner has it now. As that pass is overthrown, saved by Province. What a hustle play there by Province. Province back with the ball as that is a foul. And Sophia Gland will head to the line. Shooting 2.
First personal foul, team second. At the line for the Bearcats, Sophie Gland, shooting 2.
First one is short.
Number 1, Josie Murray, and 2, Paige Milan.
Subs for the Bearcat. We have Josie Murray and Paige Milan. And the second one is no good as well. As it is to Houston. To Sophia in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Province, pressure, stolen, regained again by Province. Paige Milan dribbling up the court now to Murray, baseline. And that is blocked and out of bounds off the Huskies. Bearcats ball as we are down to 54 seconds left here in the first quarter of this contest. As pass to Milan, floater, good! Houston to Johnson, back to Houston. Bearcats switch to almost a 3-2 zone. They're guarding the three-point perimeter like their life depends on it. Watkins checking back in for the Huskies. Back to Watkins, trapped. Gets it out of Houston. Houston dribbling forward. And that is a jump ball. Bearcats ball. Bearcats defense has just been swarming the Husky offense. Province to dribble it up for the Bearcats. Huskies switch to a full court trap. To Murray, open the corner, back to Province, skip pass. Floater by Province, air ball, get back by Helmbrecht, and that is a foul on the floor. No shot, 12.3 seconds left in the first quarter. And Paige Milan, clock is not running. Clock isn't running. Clock is still not running. Now, there it goes. As I don't know why the refs barely notice that, as that is Murray for three, as we got an extra 7 seconds in this quarter. Half court heave, no. And that is the end of the first quarter. Bearcats lead 19-4. Heading into the second quarter, you are watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Bearcats lead the Omaha Northwest Huskies 19-4. Watkins with the ball for the Huskies to Houston. Houston, Bearcats in a 2-3 zone. Nearly picked off by Hatcher. Watkins dribbling in, almost gets it to go. But that will send Watkins back to the line, shooting two. And the first one is good for Watkins. Hatcher with the rebound off that missed free throw. Hatcher back in the game, up to Milan. Milan to Helmbrecht, just off her fingertips and out. Huskies ball. 45 calls head coach Chris Pocock. That means full court trap, I'm guessing, as Watkins dribbling around, has no help, gets it out, and that is off the hands. And it will be Bearcats ball. Hatcher now to dribble it up for the Bearcats. Bearcats calling all the plays right now. Helmbrecht to Straka in the corner, three, no good. Rebounded by Houston. Houston has been dominating the paint in this game so far. Rebounds. And the floater is up and in for the Huskies and Houston. Hatcher up to Straka, pushing the pace. Huskies a little slow back on defense, and that will be a foul on Straka. That is Straka's second foul of tonight's contest, as it's Watkins back to Houston to Johnson. Johnson to dribble it up for the Huskies. And that is rebounded by Gardner. And Bearcats, a little bit of trouble here. And Huskies back to their 2-3 zone. Bounce pass to Milan, bounce pass to Helmbrecht. Just off the mark. Watkins to dribble it up for the Huskies. Not a lot of shooting going on tonight for either side, as that is just off the mark for Gloria. Milan to go coast to coast, passes it off of Helmbrecht's head. And Houston to dribble it up. And that is a blocking foul on Kelsey Hatcher. Houston will go to the line, shooting 2. And the first one is no good. 19-7, Bearcats lead with 6 minutes left until halftime. Houston, second free throw. Is no good, and a lane violation. That is something you don't see very often. So Houston will get to shoot again. And Houston no good, tipped around. And that is a travel on the Huskies. Now Huskies showing a press. Full court trap. As that is to Province. Province over to Gardner. Gardner to Milan. Milan for 3. No. Snyder rebounds it. Back to Province. Hustle play there by Snyder to Gardner. No. As that is Houston that comes up with the rebound. Houston dribbling up the court. To Watkins. To Houston for 3, no good. First three-pointer of the night. That is shot by the Huskies. Province, speed to get around to Watkins, to Gardner. Back to Snyder, to Milan, to Province. Bearcats slowing down. Gardner open on 3, no good. In and out. Can't get any closer from that thing from falling. And substitution for the Bearcats, as we have number 31 subbing in for Paige Milan. Watkins over to Houston. Back to Watkins. Passed around by the Huskies. Dribbled inside. That is a foul on number 3, Gardner. As it will be inbounded by the Huskies. And that is tipped away by Sophia Gland. Inbounded once again by the Huskies. Just over halfway left in this quarter, as that is blocked by, I believe it was Helmbrecht, not Helmbrecht, Province, and then it will stay Huskies ball. To Johnson, has it right now, guarded by Gardner. Back to Houston, back to Johnson. Gardner playing lockdown defense. Bearcats in a 2-3 zone. Johnson, shot is blocked. Now Snyder pushing the pace. Blocked back, but Snyder gets the rebound, and it will be a foul on foul on Sonia Childs. Inbounds by the Bearcats. Gardner to Province. Province up and around, easy layup. Watkins dribbling up for the Huskies now. Full court trap is working very nicely for the Bearcats as Houston throws it up, gets the foul called, and she will go to the line on, foul is on number 33, Libby Province. And that will send Houston back to the line. And the first one is good. And the second one is good. Both swishes as the timeout is called by Omaha Northwest Huskies. Your Kearney High Bearcats lead the Omaha Northwest Huskies 21-9 with 3:42 left in the quarter. You are watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Your Kearney High Bearcats are leading the Omaha Northwest Huskies 21-9 with 3:42 left in the second quarter. As that is Province to dribble it up for the Bearcats to Snyder. Huskies full court trap, dribbled through by Snyder, and that is off the backboard, bounces around, and that is points by Sophie Glam. As ball to Gloria, to Watkins, guarded by Province. Fancy footwork, three is up and just off the mark as that ball bounced around and just went off of Sophia Glan's head and bounced out of bounds. Huskies to inbounds at Johnson. Johnson passed around to Houston now. Three is up, bounces around, rebounded by Milan to Snyder. Snyder pushing the pace to Province. Province to Helmbrecht. No. Bearcats to inbounds at 2:47 left remaining here in this first half here at Kearney High. As that ball is batted out of bounds by Gloria. Bearcats ball. Huskies are in the double bonus. They did have a rule change for high school basketball as that is stolen by Gloria. One-on-one with Province, mid-range, no good. And that is Huskies ball. Rule change for high school basketball is that 5 fouls, instead of shooting a 1-and-1, it's just 2 fouls, or it's just two shots. Huskies to inbounds it to Gloria. Gloria floater, no good. Milan with the rebound, pushing the pace up to Snyder. Snyder to Straka. Straka back to Snyder. Good ball movement by the Bearcats. That was played to perfection. As Watkins up to Childs, up to Watkins, back to Houston, to Johnson. Starters all on the court for the Huskies as Houston has that ball, battling Helmbrecht in the paint and gets the and one. Houston dominating the paint in this game, and she will go back to the line for one shot.
She's at the line to shoot one more.
And that is no good, as Province to Snyder. Snyder dribbling in, 2-3 zone for the Huskies. To Mylan, bounces around, no good. Rebounded by Helmbrick, battled around, picked up by Johnson. Houston to Watkins. Bearcats have only let 2 players on the Huskies get on the scoring sheet tonight. That is Watkins and Houston. As that is rebounded by Straka. Straka up the court, one-on-one. To Snyder, no. To Mylan, to Province. Province with the mid-range, bang. Watkins guarded by Province. Now guarded by Mylan. They wanted a switch. They got the switch, calling a little bit of an ISO. Now to Houston, good ball movement, paint wide open, and that is good. Houston is dominating tonight. As that skip passes up to Straka. Straka, no good, bouncing around, picked up by Houston, out to Gloria. Gloria pushing pace, 2-on-1. Slows down, now to Johnson. Back to Gloria. Huskies trying to set up the offense. Watkins dribbles right past Mylan, and that is good, and the shot clock is off. 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bearcats are not gonna hold for the final shot, as that is no good. Rebounded by Helmbrick, they get it back. To Mylan, wide open 3, yes, that is good. As the Huskies now will have the final shot of the half. Watkins pulls up from deep, no good, and that will go out of bounds with 1.1 second left on the clock. Just a half-court heave for the Bearcats, and they will not do that. They will just hold, as they will take it into halftime. As your Kearney High Bearcats lead the Omaha Northwest Huskies 30-15, and you are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
And now, Bearcats fans, welcome to the floor, your Kearney High School Dance Cats. Members of this year's squad include freshmen Brianna Rummels, Caitlin Day, Michaela Hagan, Addie Hawk, Samantha McElhaney, and Reagan Phillips. Sophomores Jacob Fischler and Holly Timmons. Juniors Corsa Benner, Ansley Knox, Kaya Hazard, April Van Horn, and Brooke Van Horn. Seniors on this year's squad, Vivian Lewis, Harrington Tenlon, Lauren Wickham, and the captain, Lawrence Sedlacek. This year's team is led by head coach Becky Rusher. And now, your Kearney High School Dance Cats. on the sideline.
Hello and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Bearcats will get the ball here to start the second half, as the starters are back on the floor for the Bearcats. You have Hatcher, Milan, Helmbrick, Gardner, and Straka, as that is up and in by Gardner.
Bearcats saw a lot of early momentum here, but that second quarter, it was not great for them.
And now I actually have a color announcer,
Yeah, I just kind of showed up. Hi, my name's Samuel.
as that is tipped around. Gloria has it now, just throws it right to Milan. Milan pushing the pace. Milan to Straka. Straka pump fake, knocked out of bounds. He'll stay Bearcats ball. Hatcher down to Helmbrick in the paint, and one. Helmbrick will go to the line, shooting one.
Number 1, Courtney M. Her second personal foul, team's first. The basket by Helmbrick is good. She's at the line to shoot. One more.
Helmbrick's free throw is good. Bearcats now lead by, quick math, 20. As that is Watkins to dribble it up for the Huskies. Bearcats once again showing that half-court trap, as that is stolen away by Milan. Up to Straka, one-on-one, and that is a foul. Straka will go to the line, shooting two.
Fouls on Huskies number 2, Sam Childs. Her second personal foul, team second.
Seen quite a few fouls this game. Early, I believe it was first quarter, it was 5 on the Bearcats and 1 on the Huskies.
Yes, the Bearcats, though, aren't in foul trouble, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
As Straka's first free throw is good. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Watkins. Watkins pushing the pace, and
A miss. Oh, no.
no good, as there was a foul. I didn't even hear a whistle.
I didn't hear a whistle either.
Fouls on the Bearcats number 3, Kennedy Gardner.
Maybe it's one of those rare occurrences that a whistle breaks, and that will send Watkins to the line, shooting two. And here in this first quarter, here in the third quarter, we've already had 3 fouls, as the first one is good for Watkins. It's been a 2-person show so far for the Omaha Northwest Huskies. Watkins with 8 points, and Jessica Houston with 8 points as well. As Hatcher to Milan. Milan driving in, Helmbrick. Back to Milan in the paint. Trying to get something done, no good, but it is tipped off Hatcher and will be the Huskies' ball.
The Huskies are going to need some serious momentum here in order to really offset the score deficit they have. Hopefully for them, they can really get some nice three-pointers out, close that gap a little bit, put some pressure on the Bearcats.
And the up and in by Watkins gets the and one. Watkins slowly starting to take over for the Huskies,
The basket by Watkins is good. She's at the line to shoot.
as she has 4 points here early into the third quarter. As that is also good. The Bearcats lead is down to 16. Hatcher up to Straka, skip pass. Straka trying to get something done, picks up dribble, back to Helmbrick, around to Gardner. And then goes around to Helmbrick. I guess some would say that's a shot. Some would say that's a perfect pass, as Watkins dribble it up for the Bearcats. Off-balance shot, rebounded by Helmbrick. Helmbrick to Straka. Straka loses her dribble, passes it to Hatcher. Hatcher guarded by Watkins. A little one-on-one ISO. Pass to Gardner. Huskies in a man-to-man defense. Straka dribbles in, floater, gets it to fall. Bearcats once again up by 20, as it is Houston to dribble it up. Uncontested, goes coast to coast, almost does a cartwheel, and will go to the line shooting two.
Fouls on the Bearcats number 40, Henry Helmbrick. Her third personal foul, 13 fouls, Kearney High. At the line for the Huskies, Jessica Houston. shooting 2.
Houston at the line. This is her 4th appearance at the free throw line of this contest. As the first one is good, she has 9 on the score sheet right now. Houston's second free throw is up, no good. Rebounded by Milan. Milan to Hatcher. Hatcher, primary ball carrier. As I said in the first quarter, passes it to Straka, back to Gardner, back to Milan. Oh, just loses out of bounds. That is not Milan. That is Gland. Didn't even notice we had a substitution. As Hatcher putting pressure on Watkins, throws the skip pass to Gloria. Gloria dribble around, trapped by the Bearcats. Watkins dribbling through, floater, no good, off the front iron. It's bobbled around, and it will be a jump ball staying with the Huskies. I think that's the 4th jump ball of the game.
That is, yeah.
Insane stat lines as that is passed to Houston. Houston off the corner. That is good, and that is a timeout by the Huskies as your Kearney High Bearcats lead the Huskies 40-23. As your Kearney High Bearcats lead 40-23, you are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Bearcat fans, don't forget, time to still get in for the Longo Orthodontics halftime half-court contest. Pick up your tickets at the concession stand. 1 for $1 or 6 for $5. You can't win if you don't get in. Courtesy of our major sponsor, Longo Orthodontics. Your chance to win $1,000 and the basketball coming up at halftime for the boys game.
Hello and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network. As it is Kearney's basketball. Hatcher to dribble it up here with 5:02 left in the third quarter. As Straka, good move to get around Watkins to Gardner. Hatcher open for 3 in the corner, uncontested, no good, rebounded by Gardner. The Bearcats have been dominating the offensive boards tonight as that skip pass to Straka was perfect. Straka just off the rim as Watkins to dribble it up. Contested shot, falls,
Rebound.
bounces around to Hatcher. Hatcher now dribbling up, pushing the pace, and gets just poked out from behind her. As it will stay with the Bearcats as we have Childs coming in for Gloria. And Kennedy Gardner got subbed out for Addie Snyder as that ball is up to Gland. Gland to Straka, to Milan, to Snyder. Back to Straka. Straka, contested shot, gets her own rebound, no good, but she will go to the line, shooting 2. Huskies with 4:14 left in the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter remaining. They are getting in a little bit of foul trouble. As Straka to shoot her second free throw. And that will bounce around and will fall. Houston to inbounds it to Watkins. We've seen that combo a lot tonight. As Watkins gets trapped, picked up her dribble, jump ball, Bearcats ball. 5th jump ball of the contest.
Another instance where the Huskies need to keep up pressure, but they keep fouling. Everybody keeps fouling, and it really, really is disrupting all their plans. They can't really get their strategy underway because
it's hard to find a groove.
Yeah, they haven't found.
It's hard to find their rhythm. As Hatcher to dribble it up, she's played this entire quarter so far. Straka, 2. Passed around the perimeter. Back to Hatcher. Hatcher dribbling it in, bounces around, and that'll be another jump ball. And it'll be Huskies ball this time.
All right.
2 jump balls in a matter of 10 seconds. As it is Haynes to Johnson. Johnson wide open on 3, chooses not to shoot it. Watkins, foot on the line. That jumper is good. And Hatcher to dribble it up for the Bearcats. And that is a foul. That is a foul on Willoughby. As Hatcher will go to the line. Bearcats lineup on the floor right now. You have Hatcher, Snyder, Straka, Province, no, not Province, Janacek, and Gland. As that will fall for Hatcher, leading scorer right now for the Bearcats with 12 points. It is in a little bit of foul trouble with 2.
That's 22 points.
No, 12. 12 points as that is battered around. Houston gets her own rebound for the second time. As it will fall to Snyder. Snyder, one-on-one pressure to Janacek, to Straka, to Hatcher, open the corner, down the baseline, little Euro step. No, they will call it travel. Hatcher had a little bit of Giannis Antetokounmpo, Euro step. As it will be Huskies ball, turnover by the Bearcats. As Bearcats showing full court press again. As it will be Johnson to Houston, back to Johnson, tipped. Back to Watkins. Over, back to Watkins again, got tipped around, somehow caught it and then laid it in. As Hatcher pushing pace, 2-on-1, slowed down on the perimeter, back down to Straka. Straka lost her dribble, picked it back up, back to Hatcher. Hatcher mid-range, good. Hatcher has just taken over the scoring column for the Bearcats. As that is Johnson to dribble up, guarded by Gland, and that is a charge. Taken by Straka. As she will go and get subbed right back out.
Another foul.
Yeah, Bearcats, another foul this quarter. They will be going to the line as it is Janacek to inbounds it to Hatcher. As it's Province. Province and Snyder to Hatcher. Hatcher open, mid-range, thought about it, no. We'll leave it back to Province. Passed around to Snyder, wide open. It hit off the scoreboard, that is out of bounds. And it will be Huskies ball. Haynes to inbounds it for the Huskies. Hatcher showing pressure on Watkins. And we'll back off. Haynes to dribble it up for the Huskies. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Still have 1 quarter to play here in Kearney High. As that is Willoughby to shoot it. It is no good. Picked up by Janacek, pass to Province. Province and Hatcher, they have shared the duties of being the primary point guard tonight. As that three-pointer is off, no good by Milan. Picked up again by Milan. To Hatcher. Hatcher inside spin move, no good. Back to Janacek, no, batted around. Saved by Watkins, good hustle play. Haynes now has it for the Huskies. Haynes to Gloria, to Johnson. Johnson working on Snyder, trying to break through, double teamed. Gloria mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Janacek. Now to Province. Province running the point guard to Hatcher. Hatcher to Milan. Back to Janacek. To Hatcher. Mid-range, yes. Everything is going right for Kelsey Hatcher tonight.
I'm surprised they went through an entire play that long without getting a foul.
We've been rolling for a little bit now, I will say, as that is off the backboarding.
Nice.
Good, as Gloria N will also join the scoring column for the Huskies, as Hatcher has it now. 25 seconds left on the clock, as Bearcats will not hold for the final shot. That shot is up and no good. It will remain Bearcats ball. As there's 16 seconds left, Province to inbounds it for the Bearcats, out to Milan, to Hatcher. Hatcher open three, off the bank board, and good.
Incredible shot.
That just shows you that everything is going right, as that is a foul on Milan, and that will send Watkins to the line, and she will shoot 2. That is Milan's second foul of tonight. English.
At the line for the Huskies, Zabrina Watkins, shooting 2.
As we have Sophia Gland coming in here after the first free throw. First free throw is up, no good. Off the front rim.
Back on board for the Bearcats, Sophie Gland.
After this quarter, the Huskies are going to need a very, very good rally in order to truly come back and have a chance.
As that free throw is up by Watkins, no good. She has gone cold from the free throw line. Half court heave by Milan, no. As that is the end of the third quarter. Your Kearney High Bearcats lead 50-29. And you're watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hatcher with the ball for the Bearcats. Thought about the three, no. Passed around, Helmbrecht has it now to Milan. To Straka. Huskies 2-3 zone. To Hatcher. Hatcher looked like a shot, but it was a pass, and it was a really good pass, as that is to Helmbrecht. Easy layup. As Watkins with the ball. Fancy footwork, tries to dribble past Hatcher. Hatcher says no. And Watkins resets the offense of the Huskies. Watkins contests a shot, up and in. What a shot. As Hatcher has it now. Hatcher to dribble it up for the Bearcats. Slows everyone down. Starts running the offense to Milan. Milan thought about it, no. Hatcher dribbling around the perimeter. To Milan. To Helmbrecht again.
For the same
play. That was one of Kearney High's key to the games, is get inside the paint and just dominate the boards.
If they keep scoring, there's no way they can come. The other team can come back. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh.
As that is Houston and Straka both hitting the floor. No foul. They just, refs said, let it play.
Just let it go.
It will stay Huskies ball. Johnson to inbounds it for the Huskies to Watkins for three, no good. Huskies showing a full court press. Skip pass all the way across the court to Straka, to Milan. Milan to Hatcher. Hatcher to Garner, to Helmbrecht. To Milan. To Straka. Tried to, but that is a reach foul on Sonia Childs.
Personal foul, team first.
I think that's another thing with the Bearcats' truly oppressive offense is that they never let defense get time to set up, ever. They pass the ball around constantly, and there's no chance that they can get a defense up against it because the ball is always somewhere else.
Yes, Bearcats have really good ball movement, just always staying on their toes, always moving the ball, not letting the defense get complacent, as it is Johnson now on the ball. To Childs, to Houston. Houston pass around to Wallaby, no good. Rebounded by Straka.
Taken by Bearcats again.
Straka to Helmbrecht, wide open down the lane. That is good. The Northwest Huskies defense, they have no answer for this Bearcat offense.
Absolutely not.
They've tried a 3-2 zone, a 2-3 zone, a man-to-man, full court, half court traps, you name it, they've tried it.
And it ain't
Bearcats
working.
have not, the Bearcats just haven't slowed down. As it will remain Huskies ball. Johnson to inbounds it for the Huskies. Tried to get it off, just throws it. Straka has it, good save by Straka. Milan up the court to Hatcher, to Helmbrecht. Oh, so close, almost got the and one. It went all the way around the rim and yet didn't fall.
Unfortunate, but 'tis the game.
Helmbrecht will go to the line as the Huskies are in some foul trouble. They have 3 players, all with 3 fouls. And then 2 of them have 2 fouls. Helmbrecht, first one is good, I believe. I didn't watch. Second one is good, as Hatcher was guarding Watkins. Houston with the ball now. Childs has it to Watkins. Hatcher has been the primary defender on Watkins all night. As Gardner now on it. Watkins calling the switch. As Gloria has it. Down to Childs. Childs contested and has a foul on Helmbrecht.
That's her 4th personal foul, team first.
As a foul on Helmbrecht. As Childs will go to the line. Shooting 2. First one, swish. 4:49 remaining here in the 4th quarter. The boys contest is also after this. Your Kearney High Bearcat boys, 3-2 and 2-0 in district play versus the Omaha Northwest Huskies. Milan with the rebound to Straka. Straka dribble back to Milan. Wide open on the 3-pointer. Doesn't take it. Pushed around to Murray. Murray to Hatcher. Hatcher slowing down the offense. To Straka, to Milan. Milan over to Milan over to Glant. Glant gets 2 points as Hatcher almost nearly forced a turnover. As Hatcher guarding Watkins one-on-one. Bearcats are almost playing a 4-on-4 with Hatcher and Watkins matching up every single time. As that is Houston guarded by Gland. Houston passed out to Childs. Childs for three, no good. Grabbed by Milan, tipped around. Houston tipped it out though. Bearcats ball.
It's to the point in the game where the Huskies really have to they have to still stop the Bearcats offense, which has been a problem for them, but they're going to have to start rolling with their own offense.
It is very unlikely that we will see a comeback, but that's why
weirder.
sports are sports. As Gloria with the steal from Hatcher. Back to Gloria, tipped off by Hatcher, will stay with the Huskies. Good hustle defense by Hatcher to tip that out of bounds and not give Gloria an easy, easy layup.
Oh, 100%.
As that is to Watkins, guarded by Murray, floater, no good. But there is a foul on Sophia Glant. Hatcher has played the entirety of the second half. Guarding Watkins one-on-one. Watkins to the line. First one is good. And now we have Ava Sheldon checking in for Milan. Hatcher's the only starter still on the court for the Bearcats. Sheldon to Province. Province one-on-one with Childs. Behind the back, dribbles past her. Floater, good! Province goes coast to coast. As we have Gloria taking the ball now for the Huskies. Over to Houston. Houston to Watkins. Hatcher on Watkins. Watkins. Stolen by Hatcher. And it is jump ball. It will stay with the Huskies. Hatcher so nearly had a steal.
It would have been an incredible steal too.
Just reached in, poked it away, just kind of got the ball caught up in her feet, couldn't quite dribble it. As Watkins with the ball now, guarded by Snyder. Dribbles around, guarded by Glenn, no good. Snyder with the rebound, Snyder, and that is a reach-in foul on Childs. That is, I believe, that is her fourth foul.
Well, that ain't very good.
It is not, and two more fouls, and the Bearcats will be in the bonus, the double bonus. Province with the ball. Hatcher got subbed out. Murray with it to Gland, working down low in the post, up and in, and it's good. Houston to Watkins. Province guarding Watkins. Call a little ISO. 4 players on one side, Watkins and Province on the other. Snyder up the court, rebound, pushing the pace. She has Gland, decides not to go. Pass to Province, over to Gland, pump fake. Got Houston to jump and puts it in, as that is a that is a timeout by the Bearcats. Bearcats had a 8. Actually it was not a timeout. It was just a substitution. But Bearcats are on, I believe it's a 10-2 run. And now Houston to bring up the ball. Houston and Watkins have had their both fair share of being the guard deny, as that three-pointer is off. Houston and Gland fight for it, but it will stay with the Huskies. Johnson to inbounds it for the Huskies. To Gloria, to Watkins, guarded by Murray. Watkins surveying the defense. Over to Houston. Bearcats in a man-to-man defense. Houston gets around Gland, up off the backboard, no good. Blocked back by Gland.
Stolen.
Gland, hustle play, gets it to Snyder. Snyder up to, I believe that's Weber. It is Weber. Snyder to inbounds it. Over to Gland, foul. No good. Gland will go to the line for the Bearcats, shooting 2.
Fouls on Huskies number 1, Gloria, and her third personal foul, team 4. The Bearcats, Sophie Montes and the line to shoot 1 more.
First one is no good. Second one, also no good. Battle around. Sheldon had it there for a second. Bounces around. Houston ends up picking up the rebound. Houston dribble uncontested down the court. Glenn picks her up, and that is good off the board. Sheldon to Snyder. Snyder, point guard right now. Snyder dribbles past 1, dribbles past 2, loses it, but then fights for, as we have a line change for the Huskies.
Number 11, Snyder, that's her first personal foul, team 3rd. Line change for Omaha Northwest.
Haynes to inbounds it to Johnson. Line change, I believe. No, now it will be Kaiser Bates to take the ball up for the Huskies, guarded by Weber. Huskies passing around. Good man-to-man defense by the Bearcats. We have a minute left to play. Bounce pass picked up by Sheldon. Sheldon over to Snyder. Snyder slowing down the offense. Over to Gland, to Murray. Murray to Weber. Weber to Snyder. Snyder pump fake, got her to jump. And 1. Euro step, or not and 1, layup. Euro step.
Still going on with that impressive, just absolutely incredible offense on the Bearcats. Even in the final minutes of the game, they have not let up a second here.
As that is rebounded by Gland. Foul on Haynes. That will send the Bearcats to the line. They are in the double bonus, as that is her first personal foul. 28 seconds left in this contest. Shot clock is off. Sophia Gland back to the line for the second time tonight. First one is good. Second one is up, no good. Fowler batted around, finds Murray. Murray gets stopped. Over to Weber, 19 seconds. Weber, yes! Took the most perfect bounce off the rim, straight up. As Sheldon to defend. Haynes has it now for the Huskies. Pump fakes, no good. As that jumper is up and no good. As your Kearney High Bearcats will improve to 3-3 on the season. Bearcats take this one 71-36 here at the Kearney High Gym, as we will have the boys game coming up in roughly 20-25 minutes, as you are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Restrooms are located just down the hallway from that concession stand on the upper concourse. And another set of restrooms are located in the commons area, across from the ticket table at the base of the stairway, near the main entrance to the gymnasium. The Kearney High School and the Nebraska School Activities Association promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and the officials in a positive manner. Profanity, ethnic, or sexist comments, or any other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Together, we have the opportunity to compete with a positive attitude and show respect for the love of the game. As a Nebraska School Activities Association member school, we ask that you recognize your role as you positively contribute to this enjoyable, competitive education-based experience. Please remember to be supportive of everyone. Let the coaches coach, the players play, the officials officiate, and most importantly, you the fan have fun. The Kearney High School and the Nebraska School Activities Association thanks you for your cooperation and support.
Hello and welcome to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Tonight's matchup, not really tonight, more of a afternoon matchup. We have the Omaha Northwest Huskies versus your Kearney High Bearcats here at Kearney High School. As we will cut our mics real quick as we will do the national anthem. And now we are ready for tonight's starting lineups. Starting lineup for the Omaha Northwest Huskies. We have number 2, Tyler Vons. Number 4, Tony Smith. Number 10, Michael DeBoozy. Number 11, Dante McDowell. And number 14, Sean Barnes. Omaha Northwest, their roster, they are a very, very young team. Very promising. Very young team. I believe they only have 2 seniors on the lineup. And now, after this hype video is done playing, we will get to your Kearney High Bearcats starting lineup. That was an amazing intro made by Kearney High Bearcat Vision class. I'm in that class, but I didn't make that video. Shout out to Mitchell, Will, Sam, and Ethan for making that awesome video. As your starters for tonight for the Bearcats are number 0, Carter Lee. Number 2, Colt Straka. Number 3, Jacob Weber. New addition to the team. Number 11, Asher Endorf. And number 44, Ben Johnson. Bearcats tonight, you're gonna hear this combo a lot. You're gonna hear the combo of Ben Johnson, Jacob Weber, Asher Endorf. All are averaging well above 15 points per game. Keys for the Bearcats tonight, they want to get that ball quick. Expect to see a lot of full court presses, full court traps, and just real physical offense and defense from the Bearcats. As we are getting ready for tip between the Omaha Northwest Huskies and your Kearney High Bearcats. It'll be Ben Johnson to tip it off for the Bearcats versus Dante McDowell. Johnson wins the tip easily. Carter Lee grabs it. Lee pushing the pace early, stolen away, pickpocketed. McDowell has it now. McDowell to Smith. Smith trying to set up this offense. Over to Barnes, to Vons. Huskies, a slower paced offense. They want to use every second of this shot clock. Deep 3 by McDowell, no good. Rebounded by Johnson, up to Straka, skip pass, it's good. Straka with the first points on the board. As full court trap stolen by Endorf, boom! Oh my goodness, what a start to this game. Timeout by the Huskies. We're 45 seconds in. Timeout by the Huskies. We will take that timeout as well. You're watching the Bearcat Sports Network. and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Huskies forced to use a timeout early into this game. Momentum in favor of the Bearcats right now. Straka, Endorf, a little bit of trap force up to Endorf. Endorf! Oh, he tried to dunk it again. A little, didn't get quite up there. Bearcats back in their full court trap. Lee over to Endorf. And that layup is good by Vons. Lee up to Weber. First time he's touched the ball. Weber for three, no good. Straka tip back out. No, grabbed by McDowell. McDowell. Over to Smith. To Vons, over, no. That is a foul on Endorf. That will send the Boise to the line, shooting two. We're a minute and a half into this game, and oh my goodness. Rowdy section's crazy. The fans are crazy, as it is the Boise to shoot no good on the first one. Second shot on the way. Rowdy's trying their best to make him miss, and it will not work. Weber to bring it out. Over to Straka. Straka to bring it up. Passes it to Johnson. Ben Johnson over to Endorf. Back over to Straka. To Johnson, to Weber. Weber trying to find something happen. Over, skip past to Straka. What a pass by Weber. Bearcats back in their full court press. It's up to DeBoise. Over to McDowell. McDowell. And three-pointer on the way. It's good. Wow. What a shot by McDowell. Straka with it now. Straka trying to find something. Over, kicks it to Johnson. Johnson to Straka. Straka for three. No. As that will stay with the Bearcats. Bearcats ball. As this is a very fast-paced game to start here, as we have a substitution. Ian Piper coming in for Jacob Weber. Carter Lee inbounds it for the Bearcats. Over to Johnson. Johnson, three. No. Over to Smith. To McDowell. Stolen by Johnson. Johnson, it's good. Took a little contact in that layup, but he's a good athlete. Straka, foul on Straka. As it will be Huskies ball. As it will be DeBoise to inbounds it over to Smith. Smith has it, setting up the offense for the Huskies. Fast-paced game right now. Smith, deep three, it's good. Oh my goodness, that's some Steph Curry range. As Lee brings it up, over to Piper, to Endorf. Endorf goes baseline, back to Straka, over to Piper, that is a travel. Tried to pump fake, just took his feet with him, hopped a little bit. That is, as it will be Vons to take the ball up for the Huskies here. Him and Smith, they have the primary point guard duties of tonight. Smith has it. Over to McDowell, back to number one, Crawford. Wow. They're raining three-point from everywhere. These Huskies are coming out, shooting lights out. Endorf gets his own rebound and back. We have a tie game. As the Huskies coach is fired up, as we will have a timeout on the court. Tie game, 12-12. You are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank.
Let's start building some hurt moms.
Welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. We are tied up here at 12, and we are just over halfway done in this first quarter. Huskies ball. Bearcats want that ball back though. Full court trap. Almost picked off by Weber. Up the court. 3 ball again, no good. Johnson pushing pace. Johnson 2-on-1, finds Lee. Lee kicks it back to Johnson. Johnson goes baseline, over to Endorf, over to Weber. Weber 3, yes, and the foul! Oh my goodness! Weber is an amazing shooter. Oh wow! Chance for a 4-point play for Weber.
Fouls on the Huskies, number 2, Tyler Bonds. That's his first personal foul, team's first. The 3, Weber is good. He's at the line.
You don't see a 3-pointer and the foul very often. Weber to try and make it a 4-point game here early, and does. Bearcats once again in their trap. They have Smith, fancy footwork, tries to get past Straka. Speeds past him, tipped, over to Crawford. Crawford over to Vons. Vons back to Crawford. Crawford, fast feet, gets past Endorf. Stuffed by Endorf. It will stay the Huskies ball. Oh my goodness. Huskies ball. 3:47 left here in the first quarter, as we will have a substitution.
Checking for the Huskies, number 25, Joshua Heineck.
As Joshua Heineck comes in for the Huskies. As Heineck over to Smith. Smith guarded by Straka. Over to Johnson, or Crawford. Johnson guarding. 3 ball by Heineck, almost banked it in. Weber pushing pace. Weber surveying the defense. Over to Johnson, made 1-man miss. 3 ball, no! Rebounded by McDowell, up the court to Crawford, to Heineck. To Crawford. Back over to Smith. Smith and Straka, you're gonna see that matchup a lot tonight. As we have McDowell to Straka, foul on Straka. I believe that is his second foul. It is his second foul, so 2 fouls here early for Straka. We are 5 minutes into this game, 16-12 in favor of the Bearcats. Jacob Hansen coming in for Straka. As Heineck wide open on 3 again, it's good, wow. Carter Lee to bring it up for the Bearcats. Huskies cannot miss from behind the 3-point arc. Weber, pump fake, tries to dribble inside, finds Hansen. Hansen over to Johnson. Johnson, yes! Count it! Crawford to bring it up for the Huskies. Bearcats, Huskies. It's a back and forth battle, as that is a foul on Hansen. I will say that is not a bad foul to give, as he was already past you. As it is Smith on Lee. Carter Lee, lockdown defender for the Bearcats. Crawford over Lee, picks it from Smith. Yes, it's good. Fast break points for Lee. Lee, oh, back to Crawford. Behind the back pass, worked out. Crawford has it now, guarded by Johnson. Nothing to do with it. Over to McDowell. McDowell on Endorf, 11 on 11. Back to Smith. Smith, 3 ball, no. Tipped back by Weber, over to Johnson. Johnson 1-on-1, that is a foul on Smith. Them two just got a little tied up, trying to scramble for that ball. As that will be the Huskies' 4th foul of the quarter. 1 more, Bearcats will be shooting 2. Carter Lee has it now, surveying the defense, trying to set up the offense. Back to Johnson, over to Weber. Good ball movement here by the Bearcats. Hansen has it now. Back to Lee. Back to Johnson. Johnson dominating the paint to start this game. Vaughns to Crawford. Hansen has him. Weber. Crawford now. Over to Vaughns. Heineck open. 3 ball. No. Hits the backboard, and that is out of bounds. Fast-paced game, and we're only 7 minutes in. Ben Johnson to Endorf. Skip pass all the way up the court. Skip pass. Oh, travel there by Turner Bertrand. Endorf played a beautiful bounce pass to get it in behind, but Bertrand just took one too many steps. As is Vaughn. Up to Du Bois. Lee on him. To Crawford. Crawford guarded by Hansen. Crawford spinning, throws a shot up, no good. Bertrand picks it up. As Lee kind of just forced that pass, Ben Johnson just wasn't quite looking. But this is an exciting first quarter. 43.7 left on the clock. As Vaughns has it now, setting up the offense, calling a play. Vaughns guarded by Hansen. They're going to call for a screen. Nope, he calls it off. Got a little ISO. Now they call for the screen. Bertrand on Vaughns. And Heineck falls with it. It's Endorf and Bertrand fighting for it. Jump ball. Jump ball. It will stay with the Huskies. 16 seconds left on the shot clock. .5 remaining here in the first quarter. As Heineck has it now. Spot up 3. No, Bertrand's got it. Over to Johnson. Johnson pushing pace. Skip pass to Weber. Weber, he's got it! Weber, lights out three-point shooter. Vaughns has it. Guarded by Hansen. Heineck, travel, maybe not. Back to Vaughns. Skip pass, no! Off the backboard. Oh, Weber looked like he wanted to shoot it. Just ran out of time, as that is the end of the first quarter. Bearcats lead 26-15. As you're watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Bearcats lead 26-15. There's a back and forth battle here. Bearcats slowly starting to pull away, but don't be surprised if you see some resilience from the Huskies, as they have been lights out behind the three-point arc. Carter Lee to bring it up for the Bearcats. Pass to Straka, back to Johnson. Johnson driving in. Layup is good. Smith has it now. Smith checks back into the game, as that is a foul on Weber. That it will be his first. If that foul was on Straka, he'd have 3 fouls in the first half. Almost in the first quarter. As it will be Smith to inbounds the ball for the Huskies over to Du Boise. Back to Smith, guarded by Straka. Full half-court trap. Kicked out. Vaughns has it. Trap again. Back to McDowell. McDowell kind of stuck with it. Goes back to Smith. Smith and Weber one-on-one. Defensive battle here early. Endorf versus Vines. Du Boise and Lee over to McDowell for 3. No good. Endorf with the rebound. Back to Straka. Ben Johnson has it now. Surveying. Kicks it to Lee. Over to Endorf, over to Straka, goes baseline. Did all the hard work, just missed the easy ball, as it will be Bearcats ball, forced out by Endorf. Endorf just poked it away, trickled off the leg of the Husky player. Straka to inbounds it for the Bearcats, over to Lee. Back to Straka. As Ben Johnson gets swatted by Vons. McDowell has it now. 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebounded by Weber. Weber goes coast to coast. Bearcats slowly pulling away in this game. As Kearney has it. Stolen by Straka. Behind the back pass to Endorf. Behind the head pass to Straka. Oh my goodness. It didn't work out though. Straka did get fouled in the process, but oh man. Straka to shoot 2 at the line. I'm still amazed at what happened. That sequence. First one from Straka is no good. Second one on the way for Straka is good. Bearcats full court press. Smith has it now. Smith skip pass, stolen by Endorf. Ben Johnson with the ball. Kaboom! Oh my goodness, look at the fire from Ben Johnson. As there is a timeout on the floor taken by the Huskies. Your Kearney High Bearcats lead the Omaha Northwest Huskies 33-15. You are watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. Hello and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network. Showing on screen right now is that amazing replay of the Ben Johnson dunk. As now we resume here early into the second quarter. 5 minutes, 57 left. Bearcats lead 35-15 over the Omaha Northwest Huskies. Full court press stolen by Endorf. Endorf, kaboom! Smith has it again. This full court press is working really well for the Bearcats. Behind the back pass to Johnson. Johnson tries to lay it up. No good, but it will stay. as it was a foul on the Huskies, but it will be the Bearcats' ball.
Correction. On the Bearcats, number 11, Asher Endorf, his second personal foul.
No. It will be Huskies' ball. I'm not for sure what the call was. As it's Kearney with the ball, skip pass, tipped by Ben Johnson. Whoa, there goes our soundboard. There goes our soundboard. Good thing we're up here and not down there, streaming. As it will be the Huskies' ball, is tipped out by Ben Johnson. Vons has it now. Guarded by Lee. Poked away by Lee. Lee hits the deck. Over to Du Boise. Crawford has it now. Spin. Throws one up. No good. Saved by Hansen. Over to Piper. Piper to Weber. Weber, 3-ball on the way. Yes, sir! Weber has caught fire from the three-point arc tonight, as that is out of bounds and Bearcats ball. Lee to bring it up for the Bearcats. Lee to Johnson, deep three, no good. Rebounded by Du Boise. As that is a travel. As it will be the Bearcats ball now. As Ben Johnson will get subbed out. In comes Turner Bertrand. As Piper has it now. Trouble inbounds of the ball for the Bearcats. Hansen bringing the ball up slowly, surveying the offense, finds it to Weber. Weber keeps his dribble on one knee. Weber fade away. Oh my! Human highlight reel is Jacob Weber. Now back to their full court press, and that is Bearcats ball. The full court press of the Bearcats is proving vital. It is working so well. The common phrase, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Bearcats are getting a lot of steals, a lot of free points off of turnovers. Weber inside the paint, spin move, no. As that is Smith behind the back. Over to Du Boise, over, back to McDowell, back to Vons. Back to Crawford. A little one-on-one ISO, Crawford, Piper. McDowell over to Vons. Vons v. Weber, skip pass. 10 seconds left. Crawford, 3-ball, no. Rebounded by Bertrand. Up to Lee, up to Hansen. Hansen guarded by Crawford. Hansen no good, gets his own rebound. Throws it up and is fouled. No, it's a jump ball. It will go the way of the Huskies. Back on the court for the Bearcats, Colt Straka, Asher Endorf. Going back to the bench, Weber and Lee. We have Vons to bring it up for the Huskies. Over to Smith. Back to Du Boise. Over to Vons. Vons working on Hansen, loses it. Tries to kick it out. Bearcats scramble defense. Crawford, foul on Bertrand. That will send Crawford to the line, shooting 2.
Fouls on the Bearcats for 22, Turner Bertrand. That's his first personal foul. 13 foul against Carter.
3:04 left here in the second quarter. This has been an action-packed first half here in Kearney. First one is good for Crawford, nothing but net. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Bertrand. Bertrand has been dominating the boards tonight. Hansen up the court, over to Piper. As that is I believe it was a moving screen on Hansen. Foul on Hansen either way. And it will be Smith to take the ball up for the Huskies. Huskies 1 point in the quarter. Bearcats have played lockdown defense. Deep three by Smith, no good. Bertrand's got the ball up to Johnson. Johnson, skip pass, Weber, three ball, no. Bertrand, offensive rebound. Bertrand doing work down low. As it is, skip pass up. The Boise has it. Over to McDowell, yes. As that was Barnes who made the three. Endorf, coast to coast, yes. Smith, bring it up for the Huskies. Wide open man, made three people jump. Rebounded by Endorf. Endorf bringing the ball up. Lee all open. Back to Endorf. Endorf thought about the three. Back to Lee. Lee, three ball, yes! Crawford with the ball, guarded by Johnson. Bearcats decide to back off. Crawford back with the ball, guarded by Johnson. As there's a fight for the ball, Smith has it right now on the ground, throws it back, kept in play, 15 on the shot clock. Crawford thinks about it, yes, he will shoot it, and he hits it. The Huskies' three-point range is unlimited. As we have Weber foul. As that will, that foul is on Tony Smith. That will be on the floor. Bearcats to inbounds it. Carter Lee to inbounds it for the Bearcats. Ben Johnson wide open for threes. He don't miss those. Smith to bring it up for the Huskies. It's a three-point kind of night for both teams. Can't miss from behind the arc. Smith thought about it, kicks it off to Crawford. Crawford working on Straka, passes it to Vons, over to Heineck. Heineck gets swatted by Johnson, but that's a double dribble. As it is Bearcats ball. Bearcats defense lock down. Carter Lee, bring it up. Weber running the point guard now. Back to Lee. Lee over to Johnson. Johnson over to Weber. Weber falling away, no good. Heineck with the rebound over to Crawford. Crawford pushing pace. Lee guarding him. Crawford over to Barnes. Over to, that's a two-pointer, but amazing shot by Vons. As Ben Johnson, Bearcats will hold for the final shot. Ben Johnson versus Vons. Over to Lee, trying to trap Lee up top. Weber, three ball, no. Endorf almost gets the rebound. Huskies, 10 seconds left. Tyler Vons bringing up the ball. Fade away, almost made it. Weber to Johnson, three. Oh, so nearly made it. But we will go to halftime. Your Kearney High Bearcats are leading the Omaha Northwest Huskies 48-24. We'll be right back after this.
625-039. Join us down here at the scorers table and you get a chance, 3 chances at that to shoot for $1,000. 625-039. And now, Bearcat fans, welcome to the floor, your Kearney High School Dance Cats. Members of this year's squad include freshmen Brielle Brummels, Caitlin Denny, Michaela Hickett, Addie Hawk, Samantha McElhaney, and Reagan Phillips. Sophomores Jalen Fischler and Holly Tibbett. Juniors on this year's squad, Morrison Benner, Ainsley Knopf, Kyle Hanser, April Benmore, and Britt Benmore. Seniors Vivian Lewis, Carrington Tinlon, Morgan Wickham, and Captain Lauren Templeton. The team is led by head coach Maggie Rusher. And now, your Kearney High School Dance Cats.
Hello and welcome back to the Bearcat Sports Network. I have a stats man right now, color man. Welcome to the booth, Mr. Hewitt Moore.
Thank you so much for inviting me up here today. This has been an exciting first half of basketball.
Oh, indeed. What are you seeing down on the court?
From the Rowdies, it looked like a dominant first half for the Bearcats. Definitely rebounding on both sides, the offensive and defensive floor. So look to see more of that in the second half.
And let's talk about, real quick, before we get the ball rolling here in the second half, 3-point shooting for both teams.
It has been a show. They have been just firing from beyond the arc both ways on both sides of the ball.
Indeed it has, as Endorf has the ball right now, pass to Weber. Weber through ball to Straka. Straka, you don't see that very often.
The wedgie.
The wedgie. As Straka can't quite jump high enough to knock it down. Has to get Endorf to do it for him, but that is a foul. Straka will go to the line shooting 2.
See if Straka can knock these 2 down.
Bearcats have been a very well free throw shooting team all season long. I say that now, but there's a thing called announcer's curse, but it is not there. Straka is good on the first one.
Rattles it home for his 6th point of the contest.
Straka, second one on the way, rattles around, no. That is Smith pushing the pace for the Huskies, slows it down, surveys the defense, over to Vons. Vons over to Barnes. Barnes back over to Smith. Smith to Vons. To McDowell, back to Barnes. Good ball movement by the Huskies. As Vons takes that shot, floater falling away. No! Endorf didn't touch it, but it will stay with the Huskies.
And there we see Endorf with some of that physical rebounding for the Bearcats that we've seen all night.
It's been that combo of Endorf and Bertrand. They have both been very dominant on the boards and in the paint tonight. As that is over to Smith, wide open 3, rattles around, no good, rebounded by the boys. Pass back to McDowell. McDowell, yes, Weber over to Lee.
And up and under for the Huskies.
Lee has it now over to Weber. Weber trying to find something happen. Lee, skip pass to Straka. Straka, corner 3, no good. And that is a over the back reach foul on Johnson.
That's again, both those possessions there, you can really see the teams just utilizing the 3-point shot.
Well, 100%, as it'll be Vons to shoot, or to bring it up for the Huskies. Huskies have a little bit of work to do if they want to try and get back into this game. As McDowell over to Smith. Smith, very shifty point guard. Over to Du Bois. Du Bois, he thought about it, runs up, no foul, but it will stay down with the Huskies.
Yeah, you're right about the Huskies having some work to do. Just haven't been able to find as consistent of a 3-point shot as the Bearcats have. And again, the out-rebounding and physicality from the Cats have just been overwhelming.
As Smith inbounds it to Vons. Vons in the corner, guarded by Lee. Lee, lockdown defender. I've said it once, I'll say it again. As is Du Bois on Lee. Du Bois trying to find something to work with. Kicks it out of Smith, guarded by Endorf. I wouldn't recommend shooting that over Endorf. As Smith, shot clock does expire.
Shot clock violation on the Huskies, just not able to find a gap in that defense.
That is something that is still a little bit new, second year in high school basketball, but a new rule this year is at 5 fouls, instead of shooting a 1-and-1, they are already in the double bonus as Endorf throws it down. Runs baseline, throws it down. Smith pushing pace to McDowell. McDowell, foul, almost as a goaltending on Johnson, but foul by Endorf will send him to the line for an and-one opportunity.
Yep. And you mentioned the bonus. It has definitely been a transition, even as a fan to watch. And I definitely think the strategy has changed towards the end of the game with fouling and with fouls to give. I I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet.
That's what you've seen change a lot more in these teams. They focus a lot more on free throw shooting. I know for the Bearcats and for many other teams, they start their practices with like 10, 15 minutes of free throws.
I always say it, how to win a basketball game is offensive rebounds and free throws. You see it at every level of the game.
Skip pass by Lee over to Weber. What a pass by Lee. Going back to what Hewitt mentioned, I would 100% agree with that, as I guess it's those second chance points is really what can make a difference. But right now, that's why I think the Bearcats have the lead that they do, is because of these second chance points, as Smith working on Johnson. Kicks to Crawford, over to Du Bois, back to Smith. Smith, Crawford, saved and bounced by Vaughns. Could have let that go, would have been stayed the Huskies ball. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Du Bois swatted by Weber.
Good defense by the Cats on that possession again. Just the size advantage.
And then Johnson with the hustle play to save that. Straka, corner three ball. Yes, sir!
Hey, he's got it.
3-point shooting for the Bearcats has been pinpoint, as that is tipped away by Hansen. It will stay with the Huskies. Straka's got 9 points in the game.
Good night for Straka. We need to see more of that coming up in these future games.
Good night for a lot of the Bearcats. They have, I'm willing to say, probably 65, 70% of their team on the scoring sheet.
And 3 in double digits.
As it is over to Kearney now, to Smith. Smith, three ball, no. Smith, hustle play, what a save. But it'll be Ben Johnson, as that is a blocking foul on Crawford. I would not recommend getting in the way of Ben Johnson.
Ben has just been an absolute force in his last 3 years on the varsity lineup. Even as a freshman, I remember watching him just absolutely dominate coming off the bench.
Ben Johnson coming into this game, he is averaging, I believe it's 19 points a game. I didn't write it down, but I've looked at Max Preps enough that I know.
Yeah, Ben is just a dominant force on the basketball court.
As Ben Johnson misses the first free throw. That's a rare occasion, I will say. Ben Johnson, one of the best free throw shooters for the Bearcats this year, makes the second one.
I was going to mention, I think he missed his first free throw.
Yes, he did.
In the West Side game, so 3 games in.
As that is no good. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson pushing pace. Tries not to get pickpocketed by Crawford. Johnson surveying the offense. Tries to find Bertrand. It's saved. Kearney has it now. Kearney pushing the pace, looking for a skip pass. Will just dribble it up instead. Kearney with it now. Same last name as our town, I will say. Crawford, deep three, no good. Johnson rebound again. He's averaging 8 rebounds a game as well.
Yeah.
As no look pass to Hansen. As it falls back to Piper. Piper stuck in the corner, spinning, spinning, spinning. Foul on Piper. I think he just got a little bit high elbowed.
Yeah, Piper just trying to spin, getting out of the defense there. We've seen it tonight from the Huskies, trying to put up traps, just get some kind of stop on defense here. Slow the Cats offense down a little bit.
I will say, though, the momentum is in favor of the Bearcats, as Kearney has it now out to Crawford. Crawford looking for the three. Real shifty guy. I will say, over to Vaughns, back to Crawford. Crawford thought about it. Back to Kearney. Kearney thinking, has Lee on him. Shoots over Piper. No good. Bertrand on the boards. Up to Lee. Lee to Weber. Weber, wide open three. Yes, sir!
Bang!
Weber's got 19.
And this is the kind of Jacob Weber that we were hoping to see throughout in some of these tougher games. He hasn't quite gotten his stride in all 5 matchups, but he is definitely starting to get into a rhythm these last couple.
You aren't the best shooter in Arizona you are a best shooter in Arizona for a reason, I will say, as that ball will go out of bounds. Huskies ball, 3:19 left here in the third quarter. Over to Kearney. Kearney on Lee. Back to Crawford. Crawford, Piper. Crawford, deep three, and that's a foul on Piper. That will be his I'm not for sure, actually. I think it's his
Second foul.
It is his second foul. That will send Crawford to the line shooting 3. That reminds me of when in the first quarter when Jacob Weber had that 4-point play.
A rarity of sorts. You don't see it very often here.
I said that, yeah. It's a very rare occurrence as that first one is good for Crawford. As we're going to have 3 subs come onto the court for the Bearcats.
Looks like Endorf, Straka, and Johnson going to be subbing in here for the Cats as Bertrand, Piper, and Hanson go to the bench.
I will say this has been a very fast third quarter. Not a lot of stoppages in play. As the third one is up and good for Crawford. Ben Johnson to take it out over to Lee. Lee trying to find something to work. Skip pass, lost it, but it will stay with the Bearcats. Endorf, I think it just got swatted out of his hands.
Yeah, that is good defense inside there by the Huskies. Just trying to slow down that Cats offensive attack.
As that pass by Lee is just thrown away. Baronic is very unhappy about that.
You can see it looked like it got tipped.
It might have, as Kearney wide open 3 ball, no good. Battled around, Straka has it. Straka trying to slow down as that is a foul on Heineck. That is the 5th foul. Third foul, wait, I don't know how to read the scoreboard.
I believe that's the 3rd team foul for the Huskies.
That's what I was thinking. It's the 3rd foul for the Huskies as the Bearcats are now leading 60-31, trying to make it a 30-point game, as that is goaltending called on the Husky. And Hugh, would you like to tell everyone about the sign that you made?
So there's been a sign that I've made, and it has been a running joke for over a year now, that when the Cats win by 30, that there'll be free canes for all. So
I think we should try and make that happen.
I definitely think that's a great idea. Or the Cats lead by 31 right now, so it's looking like maybe free canes.
We might need to tell Baronic to keep the pedal to the metal, as that is blocked back by Weber. But it's kicked out to Crawford. Crawford 3 ball, no good. Ben Johnson, he's got hops, man. Finds, he somehow gets that rebound. Ben Johnson, yes sir, coast to coast. I thought I wanted him to poster someone, but I guess not. Stolen by Lee.
Loses the headband. Puts it up for Endorf. Throws it down.
We need a replay of that. As Vons with the ball now for the Huskies. Everything going the Bearcats' way. As Vons thought about the 3. And kickball by Lee. As the Rowdies are going crazy.
An absolute electric play. Lee to Endorf.
As we will take that timeout as well. Bearcats lead 66-31, 1:36 left here in the third quarter. You are watching the Bearcat Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. With our amazing replay system that we have, you're going to see the alley-oop dunk to Endorf. What a throwdown.
Just again, great court vision by Lee to find Endorf for the alley-oop. Just got the Rowdies on their feet. Absolute electric play.
Me and Hugh were talking about this at halftime. We would like to see a highlight reel, I guess you could say. As the Bearcats are now leading by 35. As it is Vons with the ball now for the Huskies. Over to Crawford, over to Kearney. Kearney has gotten significant minutes tonight in this game. As floater by Vaughn. Yes, sir. What a
That's
shot.
good. A nice shot there by the Huskies. They definitely needed that coming into the fourth quarter.
And Johnson battling around in the paint. Endorf, he doesn't shoot a lot of threes. Weber does, though. No good. Weber tries to fight for his own rebound, tips it to Johnson. Johnson battles inside.
And a physical score by the junior.
Johnson's got 19 on the game. You want to know what I've seen? A common theme in all of these games. It's always Weber and Ben Johnson battling it out for who's going to be the leading scorer.
Of course, the two most hyped players coming into the season and in the preseason as well. I mean, both of these athletes are just incredible to watch.
And let's not leave out Asher Endorf, who's also averaging almost 12 points a game, as Straka Steele didn't throw it down, but will take a layup.
And that puts Straka into double digits. A great night for him.
Huskies back on offense. Huskies offense, they've kind of hit a cold spell, as that ball is no good. Bearcats kind of switched up their defense. They're playing a 2-3 zone. Football pass by Johnson down the court to Straka, over to Lee. Lee dribbling through the defense, just dancing around him. Johnson wide open three. Yes, sir!
Ben Johnson just having himself a night. 22 points. And another three-pointer goes down for the Cats.
As the Huskies and Vaughn will have 15 seconds left in this quarter. Shot clock is off. It's down to Crawford now, over to Kearney. 2-3 zone for the Bearcats, trying not to give up a perimeter shot into the paint to Heineck. Passed around, he'll stay with the Huskies with, the clock did not stop. The clock didn't stop, clock didn't stop. I guess they'll redo it to about 2 seconds, maybe 3.
2 or 3 seconds, I think, will be added back up onto the clock.
We have had a couple of issues with the clock tonight, as they'll just let it slide, I guess. The Huskies, I believe, should then have it just down low underneath the hoop.
Starting the fourth quarter.
As your Kearney High Bearcats now have a 40-point lead, leading 73 to 33 over the Omaha Northwest Huskies. As what are you noticing?
Again, the physicality and overall just experience from this Bearcat team has just I can't speak.
Lost for words.
Lost for words.
It's a little harder announcing than you thought.
It's a little bit. Definitely has changed from the Rowdies, but definitely just the experience, physicality, and overall playmaking ability from these Cats just proved to be the difference tonight in these first 3 quarters.
The combo of Ben Johnson, Jacob Weber, and Asher Endorf they've made their point proven tonight.
Oh, for sure. And it's something we want to see moving forward from those 3 guys. Just being able to make plays, find each other throughout the courts, and yeah, you said it, the 3 playmakers with Johnson, Weber, and Endorf. And it just proves to be too much for teams sometimes.
As we have a line change for the Bearcats, we have, let's see, Piper, Hanson, Bertrand, Slaymaker, and you're testing how many people I know, and Hunt. Yes. I don't know the roster that well. As it will be Smith to inbounds it for the Huskies, down 40. At this point, I think we're rooting for Beranek to keep it above 30, try and get Raising Cane's for all. As it is over to Barnes. Barnes floater, no good. Hunt rebounds it. Hunt will dribble it up the court. Has Piper available. Over to Hanson. Hanson back to Piper. Piper's had a very quiet night. Hanson trying to find something. Piper thought about it. Piper tipped by Vaughn. It'll stay with the Bearcats as shot clock is off, and it will be a running clock as long as the score is above 35 points.
That'll be the running clock, yeah. You mentioned Piper not having quite a good night. I mean, just his value he adds coming off the bench on defense as well. And just as a relief player, sort of, I mean, I look for him to be more developed as a player on the varsity, like getting varsity minutes throughout this season.
100%, but Piper is a very good three-point shooter. Right as I say that, he hits a 3.
There it is. Ian Piper.
As he found himself open, as Bertrand guarding Smith. That's a mismatch indeed, as that is a foul on, I believe, Bertrand, because Bertrand was in the vicinity. Yes, it was on Bertrand. That is his second foul of the contest. Bearcats, one foul in the quarter, as it'll be Huskies ball. They might get a 5-second. No one's really running. They get it in bounds, just missed it. But that'll be another foul on, I believe, Bertrand again.
I think it's going to be his third foul there.
2 quick fouls by Bertrand. I don't know who Barana can put in to fill up that center position.
That's one thing the Bearcats are going to have to be mindful of, is just staying out of foul trouble, especially when the game's a little bit closer than it is right now.
Bearcats this year, not in past years, they don't have quite the depth on their bench and point play, as Bertrand almost got a third foul.
He almost got
15
on
seconds.
one possession.
Bertrand battles for the ball. Bertrand is like, give me that. This is my house. As Hansen dribbling up the court. Hansen, jump stop, gets it. Bertrand came flying in there for the rebound.
Bertrand is all over the floor right now.
Bertrand is leaving it all on the court, as that is blocked by Hansen, but called a foul, as that will send Barnes to the line.
13 foul for the Cats.
Even though we don't have our starters in for the Bearcats, Bearcats are playing lockdown defense.
The energy has been up, and I wouldn't expect anything different from a team coached by Drake Baronic, that they're going to have their pedal to the metal the entire game.
Baronic likes these hard, physical, defensive games.
Oh, you can just even tell just by his attitude when he's coaching, watching him, like, he loves these kinds of games.
As Piper to bring it up for the Bearcats. Over to Slaymaker. Slaymaker, as Smith dove into our coaching staff.
Slay to inbound the ball here.
As Slaymaker will play it into Hansen. I will say, Piper has it now. Hewitt is the voice of the people tonight, voice of the Rowdies.
Ooh.
As that is a
double dribble called on Piper, looked like.
I think Piper just kind of got spaced out a little bit, but Piper will make up for it in his defensive capabilities. As Piper guarding Smith, one-on-one. I would love to see that one-on-one battle.
Rowdy's making some noise now.
As that is a foul on Piper. That will be his, I think it's his third foul.
This is going to be his third foul.
It is his third foul. We'll have Draper, Ridge Jackson,
and Tyson Cabela.
Man of the people, Hewitt Moyer. I don't know the roster as good as I thought I did, but I guess. We have Barnes on Draper, as that will be an and one. First foul on Draper. Barnes will go to the line shooting one. I guess that's the definition of an and one.
And that is the Cats' 15th foul, so 1-and-1s for the Huskies the rest of the way.
As the Huskies aren't even sending anyone up for rebounding, as it is Ridge out to Slaymaker. Slaymaker will run the point guard. I remember last year he was running the point guard at the JV level, and he was doing very well at it. As that is Cabela over to Jackson, just loses his dribble.
You mentioned Slaymaker running the point guard level. You see him and Joachim Bausch both at the JV level last year, having good years. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much of Bausch because of an injury, but talking with him, he hopes to be back later in the season.
Bausch is the crowd favorite. Oh my. As that is a contested shot by Smith. Smith gets his own rebound, picked up by Cabela, but it will just roll over the out-of-bounds line.
It's going to be Huskies ball here, inbounding underneath the hoop.
That ball must have been very slick because nobody could grab it. As Kearney has it, guarded by Draper. Kearney, 3 over Draper, yes! What a shot. And timeout on the court. We're going to take that as well, as your Kearney High Bearcats lead 78-39 over the Omaha Northwest Huskies. As we will try to take a timeout. You are watching the Bearcats Sports Network, brought to you by Pinnacle Bank. And on the screen right now, we have the replay. We have a highlight package of all the highlight plays from this entire game. There you can see Lee with the layup. And then Weber with good layup. 3-ball by Piper. Dunk by Johnson. And Endorf. It's been a dunking clinic tonight, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
Another one by Endorf. He's got probably 5 or 6 on the night. As we are back here, a minute 56 running clock for your Kearney High Bearcats here in the Kearney High gym. It will be the Bearcats. It'll be the Bearcats ball. I think the Huskies want to put a little pressure on them though, and add a full court trap. Kick ball, maybe not. Cabela with it, dribbles past. Slaymaker's open. Slaymaker, 3-ball. Oh yeah!
Again, Slaymaker will definitely next year moving up to the varsity lineup if he continues to have the year he has.
As Smith now to Barnes. Barnes no good, as that will go out of bounds. As the clock will slowly start to tick down. Omaha Huskies calling a defensive play. They want this ball back. They want to try and not get free Raising Canes for all. As Slaymaker over to Ridge Jackson. Pass Slaymaker with the hustle to keep it in though.
Miscommunication it looked like.
Slaymaker to Jackson. Jackson 3-ball, no good. Tipped around, Kearney has it. Over to Barnes. Barnes dribbling up the court. Not your average point guard, I will say. Over to McDowell. McDowell gets it to fall. We are under a minute left here in the contest. Bearcats lead by 40. Tyson Cabela to bring it up for the Bearcats. As it's Keegan Hunt now. Hunt with the ball over to Draper. Now we're playing some old school high school basketball. No shot clock. Draper tries to get to fall. No good. Gets his own rebound. Love to see it. Jackson back to it. Back over to Hunt. Back to Draper. Draper is dominating the middle right now. Pump fake. Gets him to jump. Gets his own rebound again. Draper is having a night on the boards. Keegan Hunt for 3!
For 3.
As Bearcats now lead by 43, as that is Crawford trying to do something to happen. Cabela just dribble out the clock. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Foul on Smith, as that will
do it.
That will do it, as your Kearney High Bearcats beat the Omaha Northwest Huskies 84-41 here in Kearney. Kearney High will improve to 4-2 on the year, but he had
Yeah, 4-2 is a great start to the season. Those 2 losses coming to the #1 team in the state, Millard North. I actually had a chance to go to that game with a buddy of mine, and we watched, and that Millard North team is just a force to be reckoned with. Just sliced through the defense, and we weren't able to get anything going. And the other loss coming to Omaha West Side in a heartbreaking fashion at home last Saturday. But this Bearcat team can play, when they're hot, they can play with anyone in the state.
That's shown just by how close of a scoreline they lost to Omaha West Side, 58-50. As anything else you noticed throughout this game, positives, negatives, anything?
I mean, it was just an absolute clinic from start to finish from the Bearcats, from their 3-point scoring to just finding Endorf and Johnson for a couple dunks and alley-oops. I mean, and then the defensive and offensive rebounding has just been beautiful Like, you could not write it better. And I know Baranek is going to be very happy with his team in the locker room.
If I was the Bearcats, I'd be happy with my performance coming into their next game, which is, if I can remember correctly, and also not look at the schedule on Max Preps, their next contest
is actually, their next scheduled contest is going to be against North Platte, at North Platte against the Bulldogs, but they will play in the HAC tournament coming up after the break.
As we have a little bit of a replay package from all of tonight's highlights, as you have multiple three-pointers, hard to see from where we're standing. You have the Carter Lee layup, Ben Johnson spinning layup, I guess, Weber.
Just an offensive flurry the entire game from the Cats. I mean, there was just no stopping them tonight.
It was an offensive flurry and a defensive lockdown for the Bearcats. As while this replay package is going, Bearcats move to 4-2 on the season. Omaha Northwest Huskies will fall to 0-5. But previously mentioned, the Omaha Huskies, they are very, very young. They have a very promising team. Their starting lineup consisted of 0 seniors.
Yeah, and they definitely, I did a little scouting report last night on them, just looking, and they've played some close games this season, so definitely look for the Huskies to make an improvement throughout the year and moving forward.
As we will be signing off here from the Kearney High Gym, Asher Salisbury, Hewitt Moyer, and the rest of our Kearney High Strive crew. Thank you and good night.
Wait, we gotta get a photo of it. We're getting new people. Where's the sign? We need to go get the sign. We need to go get the sign and a picture of her on it. Yeah. I already got a picture of her on it. Nah, we need to do it every day. Come on. Here, you and me are going to get a picture. Nathan, you go get a picture. This is